Automated parking system with PLC. Produced by Rodrigo Lopez, Monse Rodriguez, y Alan Merlos.
First, we observe the access of the first car, which will take its place in box number 1. Then, car 2 will enter and take its place in box number 2. Finally, car 3 will have the VIP box, which emits a sound alerting the user how close it is to colliding with the wall. Now each car will leave the parking lot. On the PLC screen, you can see the cost that each car will have to pay depending on the time that we are occupying them. 4 PLC buttons were used, 3 to let the user know how much to pay and 1 for exit control to ensure that the user pays before leaving the parking lot.
Now I will explain the PLC program. When the limit switch closes twice, the DC motor energizes for a fixed period of time and the pen goes vertical. The reason of that is that the car crossed the sensor twice, one with the frontal wheel and another with the back one. In the program, we connect the counter's output with the timer's command pin. The scale is in cycles and the value is 3. This energizes for a shorter period than milliseconds and allows us to move the pen at a right angle approximately. In order to time the period, a limit switch is also placed. When the car arrives the place, a LED turns on and a timer starts. This timer will be set to operation in order to calculate a price. This price will be shown in the display text, and the display text will be only activated if the corresponding input is set to 0. This applies for parking every.
For VIP parking, we use an analog input to sense with an infrared sensor the distance between the car and the wall. The value that is read in the analog input is compared with 4 different ranges classified as lows. 0 to 13 means that the vehicle is at the limit distance to avoid crashing. 31 to 150. The sound of the buzzer will sound faster, which works as an alert system to indicate that it is close to the wall. 245 to 600, it is when the sensor does not detect anything. In the full range in which nothing is detected, the comparator output is connected to the display to indicate that the VIP place is available. The output of the first range comparator activates a timer to start counting the timer spent in the VIP place, sending the value to a memory to save it until the car reaches the exit and press the button corresponding to the place occupied to then display it on the PLC screen. Activation of the text to show the cost for the service of the VIP place is activated by pressing the button of the minus key of the PLC, and also certain combination of fulfilled between the 3 parking places and fill up the vehicle barrier. Lower the button. It works similar to the entry mechanics. When it is detected that the 2 times have passed through the sensor limit switch, it activates a timer in cycle to drive the motor in the opposite direction.